It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome out, or good evening,
so
actually.
You're saying there,
and
Todd.
Welcome out to Walk-On. See, our Walk-On's on location. See, Coach, It's been a lot of years. We are live
on
at
campus.
The campus. Here,
on
let me
campus.
See
Never done it. Never done it, have we?
Hang on. Let me see why I don't hear you. No, you're up. Go ahead and talk again.
Yeah, no, we've never done it from campus, have we?
No, this is the first time. So it was, again, last week we started the show when I dummied it up and couldn't do what I needed to do over there. And I don't have Brett producing or Chuck for me. But how cool is this?
I know I
atmosphere
can't help
out
you.
here?
It's awesome. It's why I'm sitting here just kind of taking it all in. And, this is what you want. This is something that I've personally always dreamed of, where you've got a great community, you've got a bunch of great kids and parents and people that pour in. And, when there's excitement around the football program, just the how far that can begin to reach, on a Friday night. I've had this conversation several times. You look at the cheerleaders, you look at the Palm Squad and the dance line and the student sections and just all the kids that are involved, as a result of a football game and football program and the programs that we have within school. And this is a lot of fun, certainly, here tonight. See Miss Goodman walking up. No, it's certainly a great atmosphere. Certainly, tremendous honor to be a part of this community, and looking forward to seeing how we can continue to grow this thing as we move forward.
Well, when you look at what's going on behind us, and of course, welcome Hannah Johnson that did the cooking of this jambalaya that we have, and well, there's a
jambalaya, good man.
See,
Yes, it is.
I'll get some of that.
that's
We've
what
already
we
got some.
That's what we're on. That's what on location will get us, without a doubt. But I wouldn't trade it for anything at all. That's good stuff. You might, I wouldn't.
It's fine with me. I don't.
Nick, take him through a little bit of last game. We'll get into that in just a minute. I'm trying to get everybody turned on here.
Well, I think I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was just a very competitive, just an old school football game, and you guys won it. And look, you didn't win it by just the trick play. I mean, you guys physically took it to them in the third and fourth quarter, and that was great to see.
Yeah, very proud of the kids. I mean, certainly felt like we had a couple of opportunities early to get some scores on the board, and try and get them where they're chasing you. But that wasn't what happened. So to continue to stay in the fight, continue to stay in the game when we had our back against the wall a couple of times, are certainly things that can serve us as we go forward. In this season, and that we found a way. So you don't always play your best. You don't always put your best foot forward. There are a couple of things that we certainly wish we had back, but. You look up at the end of the night, you found a way, and you're back on the bus, and you got the 2.5-hour trip home, and that's a lot of what a road trip in the playoffs is all about. You got to go find a way to get a win, get on the bus, get home, and continue to play. So, in that regard, certainly got some experience there, and proud of the fight there to outscore them 14-0 in the fourth quarter when it mattered is something we take a tremendous amount of pride in and preach to the kids and want to be known for as a program.
Tell me a little bit about Tempo Tuesday. I know we talk about it all the time, but in the Karen Crow game, you saw that, if we had a few more minutes in that one, but ifs and all of that nonsense, but seemed like you were a step ahead of EA there in that fourth quarter.
Well, Tuesday's probably the toughest practice of the week for us. It's where we're going to get after it for quite a while. I mean, we got 131 team reps this previous Tuesday, 2 days ago, and with the structure of our staff and the number of kids that we have in a program, we don't have a separate freshman staff. We don't have a freshman practicing over there. We're all together, and so how you're taking care of the here and now and also developing the future, it can be really tricky sometimes. And there's only so much time to go around and so many
That's
reps,
right.
and how you divide that stuff up. So some of the things that we've gotten on Tuesday is where we're getting after each other. It'll be varsity on the varsity for a set, it'll be the JV on the JV for a set, and it'll be the freshmen 11 on 11 going to the ground, playing full out, just like it is on a Friday night.
Mercer, I talked to him a little earlier, and he said that defense dictates things out there, that his defense is so tuned in, they let you know how Tempo Tuesday is going to go.
Hey, I'm fine with that. That's being good on defense, and the ability to get stops is really a huge component of playing winning football. So
So you're all right with that?
I have no issue with any of that stuff.
There you have that. Again, you're seeing the kids behind us lining up for the
they're
jambalaya.
everywhere.
And we appreciate Walk-Ons for allowing us to go off-site
Yes.
for this homecoming, not really a well-attended show year throughout. So we said, let's go out and do it on location. And after the parade, we'll bring everybody out here. And
Yeah, it's
I'm
usually
just blown
a
away.
little bit smaller with homecoming because everybody is wrapped up in homecoming festivities. But, we're certainly in the center of it tonight.
So tonight we're going to talk to some people from the cheerleaders, the Palm Squad, the dance line thing, the Troy Dolls, the band. Nick, what all did you have lined up for us?
Yeah, all 4 of those, exactly. We have 2 members from all 4 of those organizations, those squads, and they'll get to, they've already come up to us a little nervous, which I can tell them I'm a little nervous too. I don't eat before this because I get a little nervous myself.
I raised 2 teenagers. I'm just going to text them the questions, and they can text me back the answers. That ought to be, because they'll talk that way.
Right there.
That's right.
Hey, I figured if I lined up 8 people, it was less time I would be on the TV.
So here's what I want you to do, Nick. I'm going to talk to Coach Bachman in a minute. I want to get the cheer squad back here and let them do a cheer for us. See if you can arrange that.
I'll try
and
my
Coach
best.
Bachman and I will go through. Well, we'll signal them when to do it. Don't have them just come back here and start. And then we'll get the 2 captains that are set to come
I might
up.
have a heart attack if they start cheering and I'm not ready for it.
Well, you'll see them. They'll be right behind you.
You want to turn my mic off?
That's
Doug?
let's do that. So, Coach, we're going to talk a little bit about our Player of the Week, our Quibidos Player of the Week. We named it Sunday on our Coach Speak episode, and I'll bring that up right now, and it seems like a broken record, but it's JT Lindsey. JT carries the ball 36 times for 168 yards and 2 touchdowns in there, and was our Quibidos Player of the Week. Big shout-out to Brett McCormick for going back and statting these games and taking care of all of that for us. Hang on, there's Nick with an update.
Tell you what, they're eating jambalaya right now, so that might not be the best time to get them, but we'll try to get them in a few minutes.
The show goes from 7 to 8, they know, right? Okay, we'll do that. Coach, tell us about JT Lindsey, the junior.
And I think you could throw in the offensive line there with him. Obviously wanted to stay committed to the run, wanted to, just make a commitment to it, and I felt like we ran the football effectively. It wasn't necessarily a whole lot of huge chunk plays that we got it. I mean, it was pretty steady. Only a couple of explosive runs mixed in there in those 36 carries. And
I see JT out there tonight too.
Great
so
kid.
Good to have him.
Worked really, really hard. As we've talked about numerous times. I mean, that's the fun for me is there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes before you ever get to Friday night. And he's certainly one of the many that has put in a lot of work to it. And
well, I'll tell you this.
The run in the fourth quarter where, he finally gets the cutback and he hits it and is able to outrun, get between the safeties there was a huge part in the game.
Nick and I talked about it a lot. You could have picked the offensive line. You could have picked the front 7 on defensively. You could have picked the back half of it. Everybody, Jason Hawk Farm Bureau Player of the Week was Jay Frazier for an interception and a caused fumble on there. So you could have picked just about anyone you wanted to. We go with JT because when it came down to third and fourth quarter and you needed some big yards and some big carries, JT was a man.
Yeah, when we got the ball back with just under 5 minutes, they had all 3 timeouts. To not give them the ball back was something that was very rewarding that we were able to line up and run for a couple of first downs and ice the game. That was a huge part of it, and certainly proud. And you think back to the sequence. The defense gets us. We tie the game on the big play. Then the defense, Jay picks off the ball and we get the ball in really good field position and get stuff there inside the 10. And then the defense gets a 3 and out. And we get the ball in plus territory all over again. And that's when the very next play is when the go ahead touchdown happens. So the sequencing of all of that, there were the defense getting the hold, the special teams, winning the field position, and then the offense go ahead. It was everybody is contributing there at crunch time.
One play that not forgotten about, but showed heart and character and determination when they chase all the way down the field and get a fumble at the 1 yard line.
It was kind of, we stood around and everybody watched Jason, felt like he had the tackle secured. And, so that goes from probably the worst example of, hey, we're not about this, to all in the same play. Hey, we got everybody chasing the football and we get it out there at the 1. That's a 7-point swing. That's a huge swing in the game right there. So, yes, incredibly proud. And, I know the coaches do a good job of presenting that stuff to them and for them to go out and, hey, it's on their mind, the things that you make important, the kids are going to apply. And, that certainly was an instance where they did just that.
Absolutely they did. So because we've got a lot of folks that we're going to talk to tonight, so we're condensing this part of it in here. I'm going to jump on over to our Southern Air Heating and Cooling cool play of the game. Coach, take us through this one, and everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, just a double pass. You know, we've thrown this little flare screen out of the backfield several times, and
Jimmy
they're
flat-footed throws this ball.
Yeah, playing some zone coverage, so their eyes are in the backfield, and we had waited to this point because we had the ball going this direction in the first quarter, and that's certainly something you're going to call where, you're calling it into your sideline. You have a little bit better view of the things, and Jimmy can't throw a better ball than he threw right there, and EJ goes and gets it, and obviously, it was a huge momentum swing to get it back in our favor, and felt like we controlled the game from there on out.
Indeed we do. And one thing it did was fire up the cheerleaders. There's no doubt about that. So we've got the cheerleaders out here with us.
Right there.
Let's get them back here behind us, Coach, and you and I get out of the way.
Hey, I can
and
do
they're
that.
Gonna do,
I can do
they're
that.
going to do a cheer for us. This is Homecoming 2023, and I'll get out of their way, and they're going to give us one of those Ash Trojan cheers real quick.
Are you proud to be a Trojan? Yes, we are. Are you proud to be a Trojan? Yes, we are. Are you proud to be a Trojan? Yes, we are. Are you proud to be a Trojan? Yes, we are.
There you go. That's absolutely how you do it. So what we're going to do now, I think, and look, they'll get in here and get the headsets on, and all right, now, I promise it's not going to mess up your hair too much. It'll be just fine. Hold on. He's going to get the camera situated on there, too. You're going to have to scoot down a little bit this way. Move it that way a little bit, Nick, the other way. There you go. That's perfect. All right. So, great job out there.
Thank
Chevy,
you.
introduce yourselves for me.
Hi, I'm Madison Williams. I'm the captain at Ash.
Hi, I'm Avery Bandit. I'm the co-captain of Ash.
There you go. See, you talked about nerves, and the nerves are gone. It's okay. All we're doing is talking. See, there you go. It was a great cheer back there.
Thank you.
Thank
All right, so you told me I had to be careful on the questions on here, so we'll do that.
Okay.
How cool is it to go and cheer for games like Friday night?
Oh, it is amazing. Like the spirit, it's just everything just makes me so excited to go out there and just perform for our football team and just be able to see all the people so excited to see us too. And it's just amazing.
The crowd at home, I guess 2 weeks ago for the Natchitoches Central game was phenomenal. The first game, the turf was out here. How was that coming out here and cheering for that crowd?
It was so much fun, and knowing that
Pull that mic up just a little bit to you. There you go. Perfect.
We good now?
Yep.
Okay. It was so much fun, especially knowing that me and Madison and a few other girls, we've been here since freshman year, and
Right.
it was really exciting to be able to see what we were waiting for, and it was great.
Yeah.
What does Friday night football mean? This is a question we practice, isn't it? All right, so we'll do that because I know you're working on it, and I'll get to you on it as
Okay.
well. What does Friday night and Friday night football here at Alexandria Senior High mean to you?
Family and friends coming together to support the one team we all love, the Trojans.
There you go. You read it. I mean, you said it just like you had it wrote down. That is so cool. Look, I told you this would be fine, wouldn't it?
It is.
Tell me about your side of it. What does Friday nights feel like for you?
I think the community is what makes it so worth it. Getting everybody together, because you don't realize how many people are in Alexandria until you get to a football game, and there's so many people in the stands, and you're like, wow. You're looking at them, and it's just like, y'all are here supporting us, and we're here just like cheering on our team. It's amazing.
What about homecoming? How cool is that? What's that week like?
It's so exciting, and seeing everybody dress up. I really feel like out of all 4 years we've been here, this has been the most
Definitely.
participation of all 4 years, and it's so much fun to come to school, and you're like, oh, like some of the costumes, it's so much fun.
All right, so there's always a competition between the classes. Freshmen, I see. That doesn't bode well. I don't think. So I'm taking it the senior class didn't win.
Sadly, no. It's okay.
Who won?
We're gonna get them next time. We're gonna get them.
Well,
The
you
sophomores.
won't. You'll be in college, right? So there you
Yeah,
go.
we'll have some more class competition.
There you
Yeah.
go. Indeed. So the sophomores won.
Yes.
How'd you let that happen?
Hey, it's not on us. We weren't the ones performing.
You weren't the ones
I'll give
performing.
it to them. They put the work in for it.
Yes,
See,
the
that's what
underclassmen definitely looked good.
That's what I like to hear. All right, so we're going to talk to the Palm Line. We're going to talk to the Troy Dolls in a minute, some of the band. Can I get your cheerleaders and y'all do one more cheer for me?
Of course.
Or are they, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Y'all did wonderful. Very good. We're going to have one more of the Trojan cheerleaders do their cheer on here. And we'll get out of the way and let them do that. Let's see if we can turn this one on so they can hear. Look, you got to love it. We are live on location at JL Butch Stoker Stadium. Thanks to Walk-Ons for allowing us to come out and do that. Oh, they're making their way back now. There you go. All right, whenever y'all are ready. You got to have your countdowner person, don't you? I know, I got it. Go ahead.
Down, touchdown. T-O-U-C-H down, touchdown. T-O-U-C-H down, touchdown. T-O-U-C-H down, touchdown.
That's how you do it at the homecoming edition of the Thomas Bachman Show. We're going to work on, who do you have next? Dance line's going to come in. That's the Troy Dolls. They're not going to make their way in here momentarily, so we'll get an opportunity to visit with the Troy Dolls. They're going to make their way in here, and you young ladies have a seat here. Have her slide down a little bit this way. You slide down this way some. There you go. See, if I can see you here, they can see you all out there. So, all right, we know it's homecoming week. Introduce yourselves on here, and then I've got a couple of questions for you. So,
Hi, my name is Riley Boudouin, and I'm a senior this year at Ash, and I'm the captain of Dance Line.
there you go.
Hi, my name's Madison Colon, and I'm a senior at Ash.
There you. All right. So, it's homecoming week, so I know the answer to this. But how come you're not in uniform? How come you have that on?
I am on homecoming court this year, and I'm so excited to be representing my school.
There you go. Tell me a little bit about the homecoming court process and all of that. What do you do to go through to get on the homecoming court and then the voting for tomorrow night?
Okay, so first we have to always sell season tickets. So we have to sell a certain amount of season tickets to be on the ballot. And from there, our student body votes, and they pick the top 10. And from there, you get your homecoming queen, your freshman maid, and things like that.
There you go. So will you be able to dance tomorrow night, or will you be out of it in your dress?
I'll be out of it. I'll be dressed up like this.
There you go. Well, good luck to you to tomorrow night, that's for sure. So a question that I asked the young ladies from the cheer squad on there. Tell me about your Friday nights. What does Friday night feel like for you here at Alexandria Senior High?
Just walking in is so exciting. Seeing the bright lights, the football players dressed up. It's just an amazing experience.
See, she brought up the football players in there. There you go. Tell me about your Friday nights.
So mine is basically the same, but like the walk-in is my favorite part, and then just cheering on the football team and like encouraging them on like their wins or scores. It's just the best part because it's not about us; it's about the football.
That's awesome. Because they had week 2 that they had to go on the road because of the turf, and it wasn't in yet. So we've made a lot of trips. Y'all go on all of those trips. What is game day like going to a new place and cheering in front of different fans?
I don't know. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but it's still fun because like it's a new experience, and it's like getting out of your comfort zone. So it's good. It's good.
How about yours?
It's an amazing experience, especially being able to travel with my girls, getting the team bonding. We all stop at the mall. We all eat together. It's just an amazing experience.
Football players don't ever add a trip to the mall, stopping at the mall in there. I've never once heard Coach Bachman talk about stopping at the mall with his guys, but I get that. So I don't know, y'all aren't able to do a routine really because y'all's is more choreographed and dance, so you can't do anything. Where's the rest of you girls? Do you have some more of your teammates back here?
Yes.
Let's get them behind us and just let them say hi to us.
Where?
I think I saw them that way. So how long, while Nick's is going to get them in here, how long have y'all been on as a member of the Troy Dolls?
This is my 4th year. My freshman year, I was on the competition team.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm actually a transfer from a different school. So I came sophomore year, and I didn't start Troy Dolls. Like, I didn't try out until junior year, so this is only my 2nd year.
Only your 2nd year. We're not going to mention. Was the school out of this area?
Yep.
Okay, then we can mention it if it's. Where'd you come from?
I came from Menard.
Well, that's not out of the area. That's across the subdivision right there.
Oh, you said out of the
I said out of this area.
Oh,
That's right there.
No, I thought you said in the area.
Look, you're quite all right. No, that's look. If that's the worst thing that happens to you today, you're just fine.
That's
You're having
so
a good day. No, it's not. No, I promise you, it's not at all. Did we have any of your friends come back up? They don't. They camera shy.
They're probably eating.
Tell me about the competitions, because you guys don't just cheer. You do some bigger competitions. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So this year we're traveling to Disney for our nationals. So we go every 2 years.
Right.
So this is our second year. Well, we went my freshman year.
Right.
Well, sophomore year.
Sophomore, yeah.
Yes, and we go to Disney in February, and then we have our local competitions, state in Baton Rouge, and then also two state competitions.
A couple of years ago, you guys had some pretty good success, didn't
Yes,
you?
sir.
Yeah, tell me about that.
So we became national champions.
Yeah, you did.
It was an amazing experience, just being able to like showcase our talents for the world.
So how do you go back out there and repeat?
We're trying to step it up, even make it even better than last time.
There you go. So, look, that's great. Don't you worry yourself at all. I'm not even going to ask you what school you like better. I'm not going to do it.
Please don't.
Right, no, I won't do that because Menard actually is one of the teams that we cover on a
Yeah.
weekly basis.
Yeah.
So, no, much love to Coach Perkins and all the group over at Menard. So, yeah, your girls bailed out on you. So, look, good luck to you tomorrow night.
Thank you
we'll
so
be
much.
looking. We'll cover the ceremony that's on there that goes on at halftime and then before the game as well. But thank y'all so much, and go Trojans, right?
Thank you. Go Trojans.
Go Trojans.
There you go. So we did find out tonight that Menard is out of the area. That's one of the things that we've picked up. No, I waited till you were off the screen. It's okay. Now we're going to. The Palm Line is making their way in here now. Look, I'm telling you, I don't remember. And again, a big thanks out to Hannah Johnson and that group that's been cooking the jambalaya. Look, y'all got to put. There you go. There you go. Now we've got members of the Palm Line out here, right?
Yes, sir.
So you guys are, what class are y'all?
We are freshmen.
Freshmen, both of you on here?
Yes, sir.
All right, so is that the progression that you've got to, take me through that. How do you, to get to cheer or Troy Dolls or whatever it is, you have to go Palm Line?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, y'all are in sync. Y'all are doing great out here, too. That's wonderful. All right, didn't even introduce yourselves, too, so go ahead and tell me who you
My
are.
name is Aubrey Goodo.
Okay.
And I'm Avery Harrington.
Avery Harrington. All right, and both of you are freshmen. Okay, so now back to that. What does it do? What's the progression? You Troy or your Palm Line, and then what happens?
And then, do you want to explain?
You can explain.
Okay, so you do Palm Line for a year, and then you can choose to do Troy Dolls or cheer, and then or you can either be in a student section.
The student section's pretty cool. Those
Yes,
guys,
sir.
those folks I've seen. They walk. They're usually right below where our booth is on here, and how cool is that? I know y'all haven't had a chance, but y'all sit right next to it, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, y'all are great. Do y'all do this? That is so cool. All right, I'm gonna make sure I look at each of you so that you'll do that. Tell me about life here, because you've come from junior high up to high school. How's that transition been for you?
It's crazy. I went from like a really small school to this big school.
Where'd you go to school?
Rapids Academy.
Okay.
And it was really small.
Yep. Yeah, Ash is a little bit different on there, but you guys look like you're fitting in fine.
I love it.
There you make a lot of good
love
friends,
it.
new
It's
friends.
really fun.
Where
Yes,
did you
sir.
go to junior high?
So I went to Caroline Dorman Junior High.
Okay, out in Woodworth. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Yep, I got that. And so, still a pretty big school, but not near the size.
Oh, yeah. No,
it.
not even close.
So you didn't have anything like Friday night football when you were at Caroline Dorman and when you were at
No,
Rapids
sir.
Academy. How has Friday nights? What's that experience been like to you?
It's been exciting. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's different.
Do y'all go on the road to the away games?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
How has that been? I mean, y'all get to get out of school for that?
Yes, sir. We get
So
to
that-
check out.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, that was.
I love away games.
That's always
Same.
worth it. Look, there's a couple of them coming up tomorrow. Now, the one to Pineville, that doesn't really count because you're not going to get to check out for that
No,
one
sir.
just to go across the river. But it's okay. What has your first homecoming week been like here?
Hectic.
Yeah, it's been really, really, really fun, and I've really loved all the themes and seeing all my friends dressed up really funny, and I've just loved it all in all. It's been really fun.
Yeah, I heard the sophomores won the competition.
Yes,
and they
sir.
told me that their skit was pretty good.
It was.
It was. So does that give you guys something to shoot for?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
Where did y'all finish?
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry?
finished last.
Fourth place, you said. Wow. It's better than fifth. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Oh, uh-oh. So last, you say.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all right. It gives you something to shoot for. But you've enjoyed the first half of your freshman year,
Yes, sir.
the Palm Line. What happens after football? Do you guys do different things throughout the year, or does football kind of wrap it up?
So
we do basketball.
yes, sir. Yes, we also do basketball. And football.
Right.
and then pep rallies and just like parades and stuff like that.
There you go. Well, it's been exciting having you young ladies on here. Good
Yes,
luck to you,
sir.
and best luck to you in future.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank
there
you.
Have it. All right. Members of the Palm out here joining us. We'll get those muted. We're going to take our first commercial break of the night. We've got to get at least one of these in tonight, so we'll do that. And this is from our title sponsor over at Walk-Ons. We'll be right back right after this.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
And we are back live at JL Butch Stoker Stadium, Alexandria Senior High School, and this is the homecoming edition 2023. We've had the opportunity to talk to the cheerleaders. We've had the opportunity to talk to the Troy Dolls, the Palm Line, and now we've got members of the band. And tell me about that. I saw that. What do you do?
Okay, so I'm a drum major.
Hang on, introduce yourself before we get. That's my fault for asking you the wrong question. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm Tristan Dobard.
Okay.
I'm the drum major here.
Okay.
And
I'm a Shayla Colbert. My nickname is Ash, by the way.
Okay.
Ironically.
I get you.
So I'm pretty much just like the woodwind captain.
Okay. That's cool. So I did notice the tell me about that you have.
Well,
I don't want to call that the stick.
That's what we call it.
Do you,
That's what we call
look,
it, yeah.
I'm a champ.
it's called a baton, but I mean we all just call it the stick.
There you go. It's like I've been doing this a while, huh?
Yeah. So what we really did is we never had like a drum major that would march
Right.
and like twirl a stick at or a baton.
Right.
And so whenever I came and was like wanted to be a drum major, I was like, I want to change it up a little bit, put my
Right.
own flair on it. So I was like, I'm gonna buy my own mace, and I'm gonna twirl it, spin it, throw it, and do all that stuff instead of just marching and holding it like that.
Come on. Let me see what. Let's not talk about. Let's say, do y'all want to see him? Let's see him do
All right,
the
all
Let's
right,
do
all right,
that.
all right.
Now you got to stay. You got to make sure that we can see you. So don't go much further than that. But don't hit me with the stick. But let's see how you would get that. Now I've seen. We cover LSU. We cover a lot of these, and they get after it. So let's see what you got. There you go. All right. I dig that. So you lead. Hang on, I'll let you get your headset back on. So he leads the band out onto the field. Is that right? The drum major, that's their job, is to lead them out onto the field.
Yes,
that was a good
sir.
job, by the way.
Thank you.
There you go. I'll keep an eye on that, too. So we're going to follow the band tomorrow night, all of the groups that we have out there. We'll keep an eye on that. But tell us about your Friday night experiences. The band, I mean, y'all are set up. It's in tune with the team because you got to play when this happens, and you got to play when that happens, and you can't play when that's happening. So tell me a little bit about how you keep up with everything.
So usually we have like everybody watch the game, but
Right.
I mean, you know, sometimes not everybody's watching.
Come on.
So on first downs, if you see those pylons move
Right.
and there is no flag, then we will cue, or I will cue my drum line, like first down, just throw up a 1,
Right.
and then he'll tap it off, and we have tap-offs for first down, first down, our fight song,
Right.
and then our field goal song.
Okay.
And then with other songs, really it's kind of, I just have like a mental on which ones we have,
Right.
like with stance tunes. And so whenever we're on defense, I usually try to pick the loudest ones that we have,
Right.
especially if they're closer, so that we can get them calls mixed up.
Heck
and
yeah.
we can get that ball fumbled. And we want that ball back.
That extra, that's what I'm talking. Come on, right here. That's what I'm talking about. So how is it in it when you see those situations and the band's going in games like Friday night when Trojans score 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to come back and do that? I mean, how is that from the band side?
Well, it's either really hectic or really good. It's
Right.
very 50-50. Like I said, a lot of people don't really watch the game as they're supposed to.
Look, you got to be careful because this is going out there. All these players and the coaches like, what do you mean you don't watch the game? These have been some exciting ones.
Well, it's not really that we don't watch the game. It's more like people are, talking while,
That's not watching the game. That's correct. I guess that's my definition of it too. So, but no, it's good. It's Friday nights. How has homecoming week been for you guys?
Man, it's been great, really. Like the themes were pretty okay.
Oh,
being honest. They were okay. They were okay.
That's right. Who comes up with those?
I think our
it was
student
council this year.
Yeah, I think it's our student council president,
right,
or someone like that comes up with it.
All right, it's got to be tough coming up year after year with stuff, though. So,
and it has been such a chaotic week. Like in class time, we have only actually been able to play and practice our music 2 days this whole week because we've had pictures. We've had joint practices with other spirit groups for being out on the field.
That's right.
And all kinds of stuff. It's been hectic.
What's your go-to song? What's the one when there's a big play and it's happened? What are you queuing up?
Oh, it's Neck. It's Neck.
Neck.
You can't go wrong with Neck.
Of course.
There's a reason why the first one got banned, so we just brought another one back.
Of course it is.
Don't tell nobody about that, though.
Of course it is. Guys, that's what class are y'all?
We're seniors.
You're both seniors?
2024.
How's your time been here?
It's been a great 4 years.
It's really good, actually.
Especially with band, we showed up our freshman year and immediately were thrown into a state championship. That was a different experience. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was on back 2020, I guess it was.
Yeah, that was 2020.
Yeah, that was 2020. Sure was. Yeah, we remember that. Certainly do. What's the future got for you guys?
I'm going. Let's see. I'm going to graduate, and then I'm going to stay living in Alexandria.
Okay.
But I'm going to go out to Natchitoches and go to trade school to be an automotive mechanic.
Look, the world needs it, brother. I'm telling you that. If you can work with your hands, you got a job every day.
Some elbow grease.
You can believe that. How about you?
Also going to go into a trade school and become an LPN, then eventually become an RPN.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Our future. Welcome. You guys are wonderful. Take what you've learned here at Ash and bring it to use. You're the future leaders of our world.
Absolutely.
There you go. Thank you, guys. We're going to so we've been able to talk to now the cheerleaders, the Palm Line, the Troy Dolls, and the band out here. Nick, what else do you have for it? Oh, I got sent to the principal just like that. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Jody Goodman joins us, and we'll see her right after this. We are live from JL Butch Stoker Stadium on the campus of Alexandria Senior High School for the 2023 homecoming edition of the Thomas Bachman Show. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
I'm Jason Hall with Farm Bureau Insurance. Did you know that September is Life Insurance Awareness Month? Our team is here to educate about life insurance and help you make the right coverage choices with the right agent this month and every month. Taking care of your family can be simple and something you can do today. There's no better time than now to learn how life insurance can protect your family's financial security. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back. JL Butch Stoker Stadium, running a lot of folks through here tonight on this homecoming edition 2023. And we are here with Principal Jody Goodman. And Miss Jody, thank you for coming back out.
No problem.
Look, what a great night.
It is a great night. I'm so excited.
Did you get some of the jambalaya?
I did not. They ran out before I got there.
Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. Well,
but that's okay. I know it was good. It was.
So we were able to talk to the cheer, the Palm Line, the Troy Dolls, the band, a little bit of everybody in here, because Friday nights, as you and I have talked about it, isn't just about football. It takes a lot to make a football game.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I mean, you look at what we have, about 120 football players,
right,
and then another probably between the cheer and dance, another 50, and then the band and flag line, that's another 50, so that's another 100 kids. ROTC, I know you didn't have them, but that's another group that he's got about 40 kids that are working like parking lot and doing things in the stands. So, I mean, we've got another 150 kids on top of the football players playing the game.
We talked to a gentleman off the air before the game who was in town for his 40th reunion on here, so an 83 grad,
okay,
but
yeah,
don't get me on that, because the football season, you're supposed to be. Anyway, I went through that mathematical discussion. The year of 83, that was just the year of 82. But anyway,
right.
I'll do. But nobody nobody cares about that.
That's right.
But that is in fact the truth. I tried to explain that over at City Hall today, and they weren't believing that. But anyway, I digress. Was a member of the service and was back for there. Mr. Burr was his name.
Yes.
And lives outside of Boston.
Right.
And said he was able to follow the Trojans through what we do. And I said, look, it's because of guys like you that there are Trojans to follow.
Yes.
So you got to love seeing that.
Oh, yes. No, most definitely, Mr. Burr. I know who you're talking about. He most definitely very much in support of Alexandria Senior High and the things that we do here.
Well, you see that from Trojan alumni all over. The guys, so in that EA game that we were playing last week, Jamari Monette was on watching it. Abu Kamara was on there watching it. There were a couple of others. And so these guys that are off playing or in these other colleges are able to get back and watch and follow along. And that's got to give you some pride.
It does. It does. I mean, my own son, he keeps up with them for sure. So
and he's at
ULM.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. How's that going?
He's going good. He's doing well. He was in a boot earlier this season, so he's just now coming out of it. But he's looking forward to getting back into workouts and being able to be eligible to play. So.
We talked to the two members of the band that were here, and so often gets focused on players that go to college, and their signing day, the table, and all of that's great. These two are going to learn trades, and I said, let me tell you something. That's what the world needs. That's one of the mechanic and the other going to be a nurse. I said,
yes.
The world's got to have that, and they need signing days.
Right.
When they're doing it, they're going to these colleges and these schools where they're learning their trades. I think that's just as important.
It is. It is. We wanted to. I started out the school year this year talking to the faculty about we definitely want to do a big push for introducing our kids more to the community and what the community has to offer them and what they can offer to the community.
See, there's so much more to being a student athlete, whether that's band or council or whatever it is, football, basketball, baseball, all of that. You're representing this school, and I mean the flagship school for the city. It bears its name of Alexandria, and I like that there's been a push more to call it Alexandria and less of Ash. And I don't want to get into, but it's a pride thing.
It is. It is. We have on Saturday morning. I'm going to open up the school from 10 to 12 Saturday morning, because a lot of times I do have alumni groups that call, and they just want to walk the halls of the school that they loved. And so we're going to open up the school. So if you're an alumni group and you want to come and visit the school and see what's been done or not done, because a lot of times they walk through and they're like, well, this hadn't changed, but they love it. And I love to hear their stories and the memories that they've made from being a student at Alexandria Senior High.
That is so cool. One trip down the football field, and that'll see that. Look, we gave Coach Bachman a little grief last, I guess I talked to him last week on it when they were doing the ribbon cutting on it. It was taking a while to get it done, and you could just, if anybody knows Coach Bachman, he's ready to get out on the.
I know. The scissors were all the way through the ribbon almost, and we were trying to hold it, and then the whole thing with the microphone. But we got it fixed now. We're gonna have a microphone tomorrow night.
Look,
we're gonna be able to hear the homecoming queen announced.
It is memories like that. I mean, it's great, and it was a great ball game. All of the games this year have been fantastic. Your kid, the different experiences that the cheer, the palm, the Troy Dolls, the band, the football players, all of them have. It's all about Friday nights here, and it's the stadium that's back there, but it's everybody else that's taking part. I heard it was one of the biggest homecoming parades ever.
It is. It was. It was awesome. I mean, we had our feeder schools, Cherokee, Nachman, Horseshoe, I think, and Caroline Dorman.
Right.
They had their cheerleader groups at Brame. They had their groups. They had student groups that were here in the parade. Well, when you do that, their families are coming to watch the parade. So it really was a community event tonight. So it was nice. It was like almost an hour-long parade.
That's so fantastic, yeah. And we saw them start making their way back here about the time it was to start the show. And I was like, wow, that's close. But it was a good thing. We were able to get back out here. Hardest working man is going to be the custodial crew out here.
They are.
But they are wonderful.
Crew.
They are wonderful. Principal Jody Goodman joining us on here. And Ms. Goodman, this is we are so delighted of everything that's going on here, and grateful that we're able to be a part of it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all you do for us, for sure.
Well, you got it. Guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to talk to Jeremiah Jeffers-Wright and Jalen Kirk. We'll do all of that when we come back. You're watching the 2023 edition, homecoming edition of the Thomas Bachman Show. We'll be right back.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-Ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
And we are back live to Walk-Ons. Jeremiah, you're still going to have to scoot down this way a little bit so we can get you. If we can't see you on here, we can't see you out there. I think he's got it. He's got that on now. And Jalen, you'll have a seat right here. Why are you breathing hard? Is this like, is this a little bit like Tempo Tuesday?
No, sir. I just have to run to get my jersey.
He just had to. Jeremiah Jeffers, right? Jalen Kirk, part of that that defensive unit here for the Trojans that has played pretty dang solid the last couple of weeks. Jeremiah, we've talked in a couple of shows prior to this too,
yes,
but tell me about that game Friday night.
Oh, that was a good one. You know, we had a lot of stops.
Yeah.
Like we shut them out in the second half, and offense they delivered, and
they scored. They scored the one touchdown on that long pass on third down. But I mean, that was absolutely it.
Yeah, we was a little undisciplined, and we just let them out, and
well,
stuff we got to work on.
If you don't give up that one, it's not as exciting when Jimmy throws the big pass out of that. No, it's still
crazy.
We don't need. But yeah, that was. Did y'all know he could throw the ball like that?
I didn't.
No, sir.
Where did they don't tell you about that? They don't use that in practice?
I've never seen it before.
You never seen that one. Tell me about when y'all are watching stuff like that, because you don't know the plays getting called then, do you?
No, sir.
So what does it take me through that when you see them go and you see a play? Because that's a couple of weeks in a row. There's been a little razzle-dazzle. Don't worry. We're going to talk defense in a minute too. But
yes, sir.
I'm not going to lie. We don't really see it because whenever we get off the field, we're trying to analyze what we could do better on the sideline. But watching it on film, I was just amazed.
Hold on, don't go anywhere. I'd happen to have just such a thing for you then. And let's take a look at it right here. And you'll see on the screen that that Jimmy's going to come out of the back. And he's going to go up. But, I mean, flat-footed, he throws this ball probably 50 yards in the air. And he doesn't do that anywhere?
No, sir.
Wow.
That's a great catch, too, by EJ.
It was. Looked like one of the good ones. And then it looked like the defense, which they were doing in the second half. I got to tell you, when I turn this way, that means I'm getting into it and talking about it, too. But the defense, everywhere we looked, and we thought about naming the entire defense as the player of the week, and it should have been, but it's like a participation ribbon. Everybody gets one. So I dropped the ball on that. But you guys were phenomenal in that. Jalen, tell me about it.
I mean, I didn't play last game, but the defense still played good. They shut them out second half, and they played good. They played well.
Were you injured in that one, or?
Yes, sir. I was injured.
That's right. You had got from that. That's right. But you're there and you're watching.
Yes, sir. They played good.
He was just milking it.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't do that. Have some big dudes on that, wasn't it?
They were huge.
What do you tell me? You think the conditioning was with y'all on there being able, because it looked like you were a step ahead offensively, defensively in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even say second series, third play of the first series, they were gassed. Like we could just do anything we wanted.
Right. And how was the addition? We've talked about this, moving Aiden down there to that defensive line, and you guys spread out and kind of had 5 defensive linemen a couple of sets, and it looked like it neutralized those big guys that were down there. Was that something new that y'all had put together?
We had to bring it in. You know, they got 7 300-pound linemen on the field at one time. We can't just we can't throw our apexes at them. You know,
right?
Yeah.
Well, you guys did it, and then it allowed pressure on 44 the whole night. You guys were all around him. The interception that he throws was about 15 yards on the throw. What are you seeing when Jay comes up with that one?
Jay.
On the interception. No, don't. Jay Frazier, when he had the interception.
I mean, Jay a good player. He undersized, but he still played good.
But he's young.
Yes, sir. He's a sophomore.
Right. Sophomores, by the way, from what I understand, won the competition this week. Is that right?
Yeah, we came in second place. We always get robbed every pep rally.
Every pep rally.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, every time you turn around, the defense was making big plays. It seems like you had 44 on the run most of the night, and they threw their big the number 6, number 3, the 21 when he came in was a much bigger back. but you handled everything that they brought to you.
Yes, sir.
Carrying over, because you guys were dominant the week before
yes, sir.
with Natchitoches Central here, and you carried that over again. How do you keep that intensity up week to week? Are the practices any easier, or is it?
No, sir.
As a matter of fact, it's probably 10 times. Ever since was the STM?
Yeah, because they run tempo.
Yeah, preparing for
tempo and
preparing for
opposite,
STM.
moving faster on the line.
Yeah, we've been getting after it a lot.
I got 130. How many plays this Tuesday?
Tuesday was 169.
169.
Yes, sir.
So, what dictates how long y'all are going to be out there on Tuesdays?
However,
you don't have any.
I mean, if we do
good,
then we'll be out. I mean, if we just lollygagging around and doing whatever, we're gonna be out there for a while.
Then you're gonna be there a while.
Yes, sir.
How do you stay focused during homecoming week?
I mean, like this week, like last year, we had the pep rally.
Yeah,
Friday.
we did.
Yeah, we had everything today, so we have a lot more time tomorrow to really lock in. Even though it's not really like the most important game, it is the most important game because it's the next one.
That's right. We hear that so often from you guys. Sitting at 2-2 in your non-district schedule on here, an opportunity to go 3-2, and easily one of the toughest schedules out of anyone that's out there. I've got to believe EA's schedule, even sitting at 0-4. I mean, they've had West Monroe, Zachary, and Destrehan, and you guys, and so that's as tough as any gauntlet that you'll see to start a game.
Yeah, we kind of thought we thought really highly of them because of their schedule, but
now you can't take it away from them because you guys just went out there and played Trojan football, and I'm here to tell you, if that's week one, then that's a win at Karen Crow. I can tell you that. But you can't go back. You can't do any of that. St. Thomas More was a battle. Don't get me wrong. No matter what, that's going to be one of those. They're a really good team. But Karen Crow's sitting in the top 5, top 4.
I actually think they're number 1.
Are they? They're one, and St. Thomas More's number 1 too. Yeah. And so you guys were week 1. I'd take them back week 5. I'd run that back. There's no doubt about it. But the progression, it's better to do what you guys are doing, which is getting better each week, and you're absolutely doing that.
Yes, we're doing that.
There's no milk them injuries. I'm giving you grief there. How is your senior year going here at
It's going great. It's not like anything that I would have expected, but today it really kicked in. I was riding on the back of the trailer with Coach Freeback from the parade, and I was like, dang, Coach Free, it's the last one. And it's really set in.
Well, we, on the game that we did, we saw a lot of them alumni that were on there watching it. Abu was on there watching it. Jamari was on there watching it. These guys that are going off to college are coming back and watching these on there. And you've had a couple offers out there too. What's that looking like for you?
It's all right. I mean, I think it'll get better throughout the year. I got Texas Southern, FC down the street, and college in Mississippi called Kahoma.
That's right, boy. I'm telling you, LC ain't doing too bad. What is that? 10, 11 wins in a row. Coach Drew Maddox is a beast.
Doing great over there.
Indeed, they are putting
one
up
of those games that the D-line is something serious.
They did. Schools pay attention to the Ash Trojans. There's no doubt about that because you're playing the best of the best. Saw JT as a junior pick up an offer from Tulane this weekend. And that just speaks volumes because every year players are coming out of this program.
Yes, sir. JT gonna be one of the greats.
There's absolutely no doubt about that.
He's very young. He's a junior.
Yep, that's right.
1 more year.
Well, guys, stay focused tomorrow. We look for a big game. You'll be back in there tomorrow.
Yes, sir, I will.
There you go. No, what was you?
Cramping. My whole body was cramping. I'm back this week.
Cramping.
Yes, sir.
Drink some pickle juice and get out of
I
there.
will. They got me hydrated.
I'm just messing with you. Your safety in this is the main thing, is the only thing that matters out of here is you guys being healthy and continuing to be able to do what you do. So,
yes,
Jeremiah, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. All right, we'll see you after this. That is going to wrap it up. Well, no, we're going to get Coach back. Gosh, dog it, we can't leave yet. I know it's near 8 o'clock, but it's homecoming week, so we're going to do what we want to do. Guys, don't go anywhere. We are here at JL Butch Stoker Stadium. It is the 2023 homecoming edition of the Thomas Bachman Show. We'll be back right after this.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. Did you know that September is Life Insurance Awareness Month? Our team is here to educate about life insurance and help you make the right coverage choices with the right agent this month and every month. Taking care of your family can be simple and something you can do today. There's no better time than now to learn how life insurance can protect your family's financial security. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Question.
We are back here at JL Butch Stoker Stadium. You see the lights of the stadium on. Coach, thank you for lighting that up back there. You know, a lot of these
started to die down there. I said I'm not going to walk out there. I don't want to see who's playing full on. You know, they had a pickup football game going on, and
sometimes it's best
just kids.
Sometimes it's best not to. But great atmosphere out here tonight. This was big shout out to Hannah and family out there that did that. They're packing up behind us. Walk-ons for letting us use their tent out here and letting us come off site. Again, in studio homecoming night. Me and you were sitting there just talking and hanging out.
Everybody's
and eating Uncle B's chicken tenders or whatever.
At the parade and doing their thing. And so this was a cool idea, and y'all obviously did an incredible job setting it up. And as we've said numerous times, but I'm never going to stop saying it because, I think it's important to acknowledge it. We've got an incredible community that rallies around. You make a couple of phone calls and a couple texts, and people are, hey, let's go. How can I help? What can I do? And people are just, doing everything they can to make it as good as they can.
And I'm out of town Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and all I did Saturday or Friday, I said, hey, Nick, how about this? And Monday, I'm getting these texts. I got these set up. I got those set up. He hammered it. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. That's my dude over there.
That's right.
Well, I do want to thank Miss Carla Harrington and Roger Harrington. And then I want to thank Miss Nettles, cheer sponsor. So they were very instrumental. And then obviously, Hannah, coming through with the food for us.
Does it shock you, Coach, when you hear that he made comments and everybody's on board to get involved?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me one bit. It does make me very grateful and just, you feel honored to be a part of a community like this. And, I think for me, it inspires me and it challenges me to, continue to try and find ways to improve and give this thing everything that you have and, reminds you, hey, there's still room for more growth and, let's keep scratching and clawing and fighting for that next thing that we're after, because this community certainly deserves it. And so it's a motivating thing for me.
Well, here's something maybe we can look at tomorrow night. I see this table's out here. Let's, after the game, give you guys a chance to get in there and get settled. Bring this down maybe and set it up down on the field. And let's do a little post game following the homecoming game.
Perfect.
And
let's do it. I think that's an incredible idea.
Visit with us, and we'll do all of that. Thankfully, we don't have as much. It's a little easier trip down there, but
it's good to be back home. So
get over it. No, it's
as
good
we
to
say
have
this before you go into it,
we've
been talking. Yeah, windows are great. But, for our kids and our coaches and what we've got, we've had 10 game nights.
Right.
This football season between freshman, JV, and varsity.
Right.
Varsity games, we've obviously played a jamboree and a scrimmage and 4 games. And then we've had, 5 sub-varsity nights. And 9 of the 10 game nights that we've had as a program so far this year, we've got on a bus and had to travel.
Yeah.
And, when I say travel, I mean all of the JV games have been an hour plus until Monday night. We went over to Tioga Monday night, so that was a little bit refreshing, but you're still traveling. And then obviously, the varsity trips that we've made have been significant trips. So, it's good to be back at home.
We looked at a lot of different things tonight. I don't know that we did justice to the Southern Air Cool play and the throw from Jimmy, and EJ was right there to get the grab and row in it.
Jimmy's such a versatile player. There's a lot.
Did y'all know he could throw that just flat-footed and zing that ball like that?
Well, it's funny. I think that's just natural to, as a coach, you're always, I'm watching them when they're just playing pickup football and throwing it around. Who throws the ball now? Oh, wow. There's opportunities here for, hey, you can do this with this guy. So constantly, when they're just out having fun, there's some of them that do it more naturally and they're more accurate and they put it on point and they understand things. And Jimmy is certainly one of those kids. And, he's played a lot of roles for us. I do understand I'm sure it's frustrating for him sometimes because he has been all over the place. But, boy, he's so versatile. He is as versatile as any player that we have on the team. Mingo was obviously very versatile in the things that he can do. But, Jimmy's played corner. Jimmy's played receiver. Jimmy's played in the, both inside and outside at receiver. Jimmy can play running back. Obviously he brings some things to the table with his ability to throw the football. And certainly on Friday night, the ball that he delivered, in that situation was huge. But, never a moment's doubt that he was going to go in and deliver the way that he did.
None of it happens at all without the play of your offensive and defensive lines out there because they were facing some much bigger players.
So, got a chance, talk to Coach Mercer a little bit. I was very proud, of the performance that we had defensively, to continue to answer the call and continue to get stops and, keep us in the ball game. And, those are the things, when you're really good defensively, and we've certainly had years where that certainly – you always stay in the ball game.
Right.
You always stay in the ball game. When you're getting the ball back and you're getting opportunities and the other team can't run away with it, you just need a couple of plays, to get back into it. And that was certainly the case on Friday night with the performance that a lot of individuals had and then that we had collectively defensively.
Nick, what did you see out of – because one of your keys to the game was how they would go up against the much bigger offensive and defensive units. And you said that you thought that they had the opportunity with that tempo to do that. So your thoughts on it?
Yeah, we talked about after watching the film, we knew that if you guys could just hold them, that there were big plays on the back end. And we didn't want to say that before last week's show, but we knew there were plays there. And like you said, there was a play earlier. I'm going to say it. Coach Bachman didn't say it. But the DB held – EJ on
we had a shot at the 99-yard touchdown when we got the ball backed up and, decided to take, all right, let's take a shot right here. And, he got a little jersey tug. EJ's behind him and certainly would have been great. He almost still makes the play. Almost goes down there and gets it off the turf. But, if there's not that little bit of a tug, I think he catches it in stride, and I think EJ's going to house it. Coulda, woulda, shouldas, what is. But, yeah.
Well, that's what we get to do in the booth. But then also the front seven. We were talking about the front seven and how important it was. They play a six-man offensive line with a big H back.
Yeah.
They run the ball a lot. And, man, your guys.
When they got the lead, they tried to get in too tight. And, all right, let's try and protect it and ice it. And I thought we did a great job there of getting them in long-yarded situations and getting them out of some of that stuff. And, continued to get off the field, give the ball back to the offense and keep us in the game and give us that opportunity. They go get a 2-score lead there, something like, it's just, it changes the dynamic of the game, and now you're pressing because the possessions are limited, and certainly, front seven and the plays that were made, in the back half. We've already mentioned when we were able to get the ball out after a huge play that they made. Number 8 made an incredible catch and run, and then we go take it from him on the 1-yard line was a great play.
Sure. And the thing about it is they were playing for the first 3 quarters. That was the game they wanted to play. Doug and I were talking about that was the game they wanted to play slow. They wanted to be methodical. They wanted to hold the ball and bust a couple of plays. But I'll tell you what, you guys
found a way in the end. They've played a lot of great competition. They have, and that's kind of been the story of the game for them. It's not gotten out of hand one way or the other. I think it was 24-7 in week 1 against Zachary. It was a one-score game
Had
late.
the lead at West Monroe at halftime, I believe, or it was real close
Trying
to it.
to
Or
remember
one
back,
of them.
you know, these weeks started.
Yeah.
I know it was a one-possession game
Right.
there for a long time. West Monroe kind of gets the 2-score lead late in the 4th. And then, of course, they're up 7-0 at halftime against Destrehan. And Destrehan, being the championship program that they are,
100%.
respond in the second half and do what you know, quality
do.
teams
That's right.
do. But, it was a battle all the way to the end. And, so certainly wishing them the best and tip your hat to them for who they've lined up and played. Don't let the record fool you.
Not the slightest.
That's a quality program, and certainly pulling for those guys as they continue. A lot of football left to be played this year.
Well, I'll ask you this after. You give me this information after, but this is my stat sheet for the offense, and I keep having to write Jimmy Duncan in different positions. So after this show, I'll ask you what positions to add him to.
Wherever we need him.
That's right.
No, I'm playing with you.
I have
it's
a whole
been
lot
fun.
Of, I tell him all the time. Sometimes I know, there's just a lot of trust, I believe, in the kid. I do. A lot of trust in the different roles that he can play and the job that he does when he's out there. There's a lot of trust that sometimes doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Well, and one of those, too, is that we don't call the names of the offensive line. And
Absolutely.
that means they're not holding, they're not jumping off sides. They're going out there and playing solid offensive line football.
Yep, them and the 2 tight ends. Certainly
right.
want to give them,
Yes,
so Caleb
indeed.
Pearl there at left tackle, Jacoby Morris at left guard, Cam Calderon at center, Brett Bain at right guard, Hunter Rivette at right tackle, and then our 2 tight ends, Tanner Townsend and Grayson Thibodeau, do a lot of the things, don't necessarily get a lot of the flash and the stuff that the skilled kids, but it's a great group, and, they get challenged a lot, and those kids are the heart and soul. I mean, offensive line's the greatest position in sports because all you do is, your whole job is that is your job.
That's
to protect your teammates. I mean, that's I don't know that there's any other job like that in all of sports, and so it takes a special individual to play that position and certainly do it the way that they do it. So,
well, we're looking forward to a big night tomorrow night. It is homecoming. You got 24 hours to get through all of the pomp and circumstance of it. And
23 now for me. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Countdown.
No ribbon cutting,
down.
no any of that. So it'll be a good night tonight.
I hope it's a great night. I hope the crowd is a homecoming crowd, and crown a homecoming queen. And certainly I told him this afternoon, this stuff makes you a little bit anxious as a coach. Hey, I want you to enjoy tonight. All right, now let's talk about some things, the parade and even tomorrow. But, we'll rein them in tomorrow and make sure they understand they have a job to do, at 7 o'clock. And it's more about, who we are than anybody that you're ever playing against. And, I think that's important to, with all the stuff that goes on. We have another opportunity to go be who we want to be and take a step forward in our journey of the team that we're trying to become, and don't want anybody to lose sight of that. And so they'll certainly there'll be a time where we certainly stress the importance of getting yourself
getting ready to go. That's right.
Yes.
Coach, we appreciate you taking the time. We
Been
appreciate
awesome
you
night.
having us out here
Been
at the
awesome
stadium tonight. It's something special about being on site and being here at the field. And so we're going to spin the wheels tonight and tomorrow and see if there's a way to get down here post-game and set up for that one. Thankfully, we don't have a whole lot of equipment. You'll have the lights on there, too. It'll make it a little bit of easier
I would
for all of
recommend
us.
the back of the other end zone in front of the scoreboard, man. You got tons of open area back there. And
There you have it, Nick. That's
now,
what we'll do.
You can do whatever you want.
But,
I do think that that's a good spot.
Hey, it's your home. You know what to do.
That's exactly right. Guys, that's going to wrap things up for us here from our 2023 homecoming edition of the Thomas Bachman Show. Big thanks to all the students and student athletes that made it out tonight. We spoke to a list of them that I just the names escaped me on there, but big shout out to our cheer team, our pom line, our Troy Dollars, our band. Didn't get to talk to the JRTC or those groups. There's so many
flag
support
line.
groups.
Before it's all said and done,
that's
certainly
right.
some more groups to get brought into the fold and give them their moment, because a lot of kids work really hard behind the scenes, and
you're 100%
certainly
correct.
want to take a moment and shine a spotlight on all of them, and it's the great thing about football.
You're exactly right, and all of them, when we asked them the same question, what does Friday nights mean to you here during football season? It's just, you could see the excitement light up. Some of them didn't know what to say, some of them did, but just the smile that came across their face. They were proud to be part of Trojan football.
Makes me proud.
There you have it. From my man Thomas Bachman, Nick Magnano, and everybody that made it out tonight, that's going to do it here from JL Butch Stoker Stadium. This has been the Thomas Bachman Show, brought to you by Sadler's Towing. Couldn't do a bit of it without them.
That's right.
That'll wrap it up. God bless you all, and good night.